What's up, travelers? In today's video, I'm going to show you what I believe is probably the best apartment deal in all of Da Nang. And did I mention that apartment that we're going to go take a tour of is my own apartment? So let's go upstairs and let me show you guys my apartment. So let's go ahead and enter my great apartment. This apartment I've been at for almost, well, actually a little over a year and a half. And now the entrance is right here. This is the front door, obviously. Let's start here in the kitchen. So our layout at the Muang Tan Apartments. So our layout here at the Muang Tan Apartments is the refrigerator. There's our sink. We got a couple of dishes, so don't mind them. We have a 2-burner stove. This is great. So I like to cook. A lot of you guys don't cook, or you guys say, hey, Vietnam's food is so cheap, why would I need to cook? And I say, hey, I like to cook some breakfast. I like to cook stuff from the Western area that I come from in the USA. I cook burgers, we cook popcorn, I cook breakfast. So there's different things that I like to cook. I did buy this. This is one of the only things that didn't come with the apartment that we have, an air fryer. So I have this air fryer, nice big air fryer. I cook my bacon in that. I made my homemade banana bread that you guys rave about in the air fryer. And people eat that up and they tell me I should sell it. And I actually bought a crock pot. So those are the only 2 things that I've kind of practically bought for this apartment. The crock pot, the air fryer, and actually that fan. So we did buy the fan also. A lot of people will ask me, what do you do about water? Can you drink the tap water? No, we do not drink the tap water. But what we do instead is we buy 5 gallons of water, and these are downstairs. So it's very simple for us. I do carry this up, but this is $35,000, which is about $1.40 for 5 gallons of water. Now we'll make our way over here. This is kind of the working station. This is where I cut up my vegetables or prepare my food. Or you guys can technically sit here because they do give us 2 chairs. We almost never, I don't remember if I've ever sat here and ate or really sat here and done anything. Normally when we eat, we will sit right here on the couch, a nice full-size couch, as you guys can see, kind of the L, I think these are called like the L sectional couches or whatever you guys want to call them. We usually eat here if we're going to eat in. We have a nice big TV. LG, good brand. We watch our Netflix. We watch our YouTube. We watch all of our buddies' YouTube channels that we've grown to know. Some of the people that we do know in person, some of the people we don't. And this is the living room. So this is the living room. It does have the kitchen in the same area. It is pretty big. Our entire apartment is about, I think it's 65 to 68 square meters. So anyone that knows me knows I love the space over things like more modern or rooftop pool or amenities. So for me, I like the space. Then I like the location, and then I like the cost. So those are my kind of 3 requirements. Let's make our way over here. This is the washer and the dryer. It's a 2-in-1 unit. A lot of places in Vietnam or Southeast Asia don't really have separate dryers. So this is kind of rare that we have a washer with a built-in dryer. Normally we could hang it outside on this patio, which in the summertime we kind of just dry our stuff that way. Stick around to later in the video and I'll show you one of the most amazing patio views that you guys can get here. Obviously it's almost laundry day, so we have a lot of laundry. We'll probably do that in the next few days. Now let's give you guys a tour of these bedrooms. So this is our spare bedroom. Like I mentioned, we have a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. This is just completely a spare bedroom. This is where we store our bags. You guys know I have tons and tons of stuff. I probably brought too much from the USA. There's my big bag. Here is all of our clothes. Half of this is mine, half of this is Fluffy's. So here's my shirts, sleeping shirts, regular shirts, cool shirts. What does this say? I'm not crazy, I'm a vlogger. Maybe that's me. my death row shirt, all kinds of shirts. I even have some shorts. So any of you planning a trip to Da Nang in the next 60 days? Well, don't hesitate to book a 30-minute video consultation with me to settle in smoothly. During this call, I'll provide personalized advice and answer any of the questions you have about traveling or living in Da Nang. So don't hesitate. The link is in the description below. Over here that I've never worn. I've been here for a year and a half and I still haven't wore some of these clothes. So I probably have too much clothes, but I'd rather have more than not enough. Here's my other bags. You guys can see I have way too many bags. That's my Osprey backpack. That is my rolling backpack, and this is Fluffy's. She's only going to be here for like a month and a half, and she brought a ton of stuff. So this is our spare bedroom, and people say, well, why do you have a second bedroom? What's the point? I don't understand. I don't get it. Well, it saved us in a few situations. For one, originally when we came in here, this place was only like an extra $40 or $60, somewhere around there, extra a month for a second bedroom and a second bathroom. So I said, you know what? It's only $2 or $3 extra a day. Let's get the 2-bedroom rather than the 1-bedroom. And another thing that happened, our AC went out in our bedroom. So we were saved because we had a second bedroom. We were able to come into this second storage, backup bedroom, whatever you guys want to call it. And there's an AC in here. So when our AC went out in our main bedroom, we were able to come in here. Also, they painted our bedroom one day and we couldn't sleep in our main bedroom. So that second bedroom has saved us many, many times. Now let me show you guys, this is my bathroom. We each have our own bathroom, which is great, time saver, and all kinds of less stress to deal with. Let me kind of stand back a little so you guys can see this. That's the toilet, obviously. That's the sink. Big mirror. My only gripe about apartments in Vietnam is even though there's a lot of lights, they're very dim. I try to do YouTube videos and the screen just looks very, very dim. I don't know how it comes across on the screen. Like it's like, whoa, you guys got a lot of lights. But when I shoot my YouTube videos inside, it's very dim. I don't know if it picks up on here, but that's the only gripe that I have about it. And my bathroom is more of a my bathroom is actually more of a Asian style shower. Some of you guys absolutely hate these, but I like this. So that's my shower. And you can pull this down and you can wash. You do two things. I get to wash myself and I get to wash down the whole bathroom. So there's no need for bathroom cleaning because while I'm taking a shower, I'm spraying down this. Some of you guys really, really hate the Asian style shower, but I like it. And here's another little bonus tip. If you had a long day and you're tired, you've been out shooting YouTube videos or been out in the hot heat, you can also do this. You can also take the shower. You can sit on the toilet like a seat and spray yourself down and say, oh man, I had so many troll comments all day today. The trolls were really wearing me down. You can sit here and relax and take your shower. So I actually enjoy that. So let's make our way over here to the main bedroom. Now watch this, guys. This is our bedroom where we sleep in. Ooh, I know you guys can almost probably already see the window, but we'll get to that in a second. Now Fluffy has her own bathroom, which I just told you guys. Now look at this. This is a little bit more modern and more nice. We both have our own sinks. We have our toilet. And then she has the Western style shower. So she's got actually an enclosed glass door. And you come in here, you have your wand, you have your over the head shower. And look, guys, you could see through this thing. So if Fluffy's in here taking a shower and I'm watching Facebook, if she doesn't put the curtains down, where's the curtain? Here we go. If she doesn't put the curtain down, then everything is exposed. Now, when I first got here, I was like, why do they have this? Is this supposed to be some kind of little voyeuristic type of shower type of thing? And I realized, yeah, maybe that might be it. But the real The real Vietnamese reason is what I just mentioned. The lighting in these buildings is so low. So what they have is they have these glass openings so the light can shine in and brighten it. Because if this was enclosed and it wasn't glass, that shower and that bathroom would be much, much more dim. Now here's our main bedroom area. You guys know I love hats. I got a ton of hats. I got the Kings hat, I got the A's hat, I got this hat. I'm about to start putting the 49ers hat on. And then I even have the hat on my head, the other Kings hat. So you guys always say like, oh, why don't you wear a different hat? I got all kinds of hats. I got tons of hats. I actually had a lot more in the USA, but as of now, I only have about 5. We got plenty of electrical outlets. You guys always say, hey, what's the outlet that you use? This is the regular standard Samsung plug, and it plugs right in to the wall like that. And this is where I plug in all my devices in my bedroom when I sleep. A little coat hanger, I guess a clothes hanger is what you guys would call it. Now look at this. This is awesome. We don't see the sunset from here. We don't see the sun rise from here, but we see the sunset. And we are all the way at the top of the building. This is a 42-story tall condo. And look at this. We're way, way up here. So where we normally eat, if you guys watch our live streams, George Costanza's over here, Bikini Bottoms is over here, just to give you guys a reference. And we're way up at the top of the building. So a lot of people will say, damn, isn't it so noisy over there? Isn't it noisy? No, we don't hear anything because we're on top of the building. Just to give you guys a reference, that's the Dragon Bridge over here. So we watch the Dragon Bridge literally from our bedroom or from our patio. That is the other bridge that you will come in on. That's the amusement park. I'm not sure if it picks it up on camera, but there's the Ferris wheel, there's the Lot Mart Mall. So I love this view the best. So there's 4 different views. There's a beach view, there's a city view, there's a partial beach, partial city, and then on the other side there's a partial beach, partial city. For me, this is absolutely the best view because when they have the firework festival, we watch the fireworks from here. We see the Dragon Bridge every weekend, and I think the city view is the best. So people think, oh, the beach view must be the best. But the beach view is kind of blocked off by the hotels in front of it. But not only that, but the beach view at nighttime, there's no real lights on the beach. So even if you get a beach view at night, it's very, very dark. You don't really see anything. Let me show you the main event right here. So this is gonna be what everybody loves here. This is the patio. Let's open it up. We need the angel's voice going, ah. So this is the hardest part to leave if we ever leave this apartment. No, not Fluffy's flowers, not Fluffy's flowers. But we get the better view out here. Now we're literally at the top of the building, like I said, and you get a full view out here. I will try to pop up a video of sunset so that you guys can see a little B-roll of how awesome the sunset looks when it crosses the river right here. So hopefully I will pop up that sunset video in about 2 hours when we see the sunset. So here's the patio. Here is the living room. Like I said, it's about 68 square meters. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. Kitchen, everything. We have every single thing here. So I love this place. It's extremely hard to leave this place. So let's kind of go over the basic stuff about my apartment. I know you guys are wondering, how do I find this place? How do I rent it? How much does it cost? All the basics. Well, let me explain the situation and how I found this place. So all these condos up above, they are not owned by one specific company. You can't go down to a lobby or a front desk. You can't say, hey, how many units do you have? So they're all individually owned. So you got to kind of find the landlord yourself. So my best recommendation is to go on Facebook groups to be specific. And I posted an ad saying, hey, I wanted to stay at Muang Tan Apartments. I wanted to stay from X date to X date. Here's my budget. I want a patio. I want to face the city view because the city view to me is the best. and then you'll post that on Facebook groups, and you'll get half of the messages will come back to you, and they'll be spam. They'll be like, hey, do you want to rent a scooter? Do you want to go to Bana Hills? Weed those out, kind of skip over those, and then you will find something like maybe an agent or a landlord will contact you, and then you just kind of go ahead and say, hey, I would like to take a look at it. My specific situation was I dealt directly with the landlord. She told me, hey, this is my place. Why don't you come take a look at it? Now, this is where the good deal or the bad deal will be made or lost. So what we did is I looked at the place. This is about almost 2 years ago when we stayed at our landlord's place here that we're currently still at. I went there, I liked the place, everything was good, but I told her I didn't want to pay a security deposit and I wanted to have electricity included in our rent. I didn't want to be hit with a surprise of some big giant electricity bill. So I played hardball. She kind of balked at the idea. So I said, okay, no problem. Thank you for showing the place. We left. We walked away. I highly, highly encourage you guys to walk away when you don't get a deal that you want. That is the only power us tourists have, is to walk away. So I walked away, completely forgot about it. The next day, my landlord contacted me through Facebook, and she said, why don't you come take a look at the place again? Give it a second look. And I said, I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time. If you're going to require a security deposit and you're not going to include electricity in the price, then I'm not interested. She said, come on, just come back up, take a look at it. So I think she was kind of desperate at the time, or at least wanted to rent the place out. So I said, okay, if I come though, if you mention a security deposit or you say that I'm gonna have to pay electricity separate, I'm just gonna leave. Went back up. She asked me, do you have the rent money? If you move in today, do you have the rent money? And I said, I can go downstairs, go grab the rent money, no problem, but I'm not paying a security deposit. So she said, go get the money and we'll go ahead and do it. So long story short, went down, grabbed the money. I think we moved in the next day, I think it was actually, but no security deposit, a month-to-month contract, and all I do is I message my landlord every month and I say, hey, you know, I have the rent money, can you come pick it up? I want to stay another month. That's how I advise you guys to negotiate. That's at least my take on the aspect and the financial aspect of it. We stay down here, well, we hang out down here at the Q Market, which is a convenience store that's located at the bottom. We come get our drinking water from here that I mentioned up above, and everything is around us. The block, the beach is just right behind us over here where this hotel is. If we had X-ray vision like Superman, we could see the beach from right there. So I'm right near the beach. We have the convenience stores here. Everything is perfectly located here. We live all the way up at the top. I love this place. I cannot find a better deal, which is the reason why I believe that this might not be the cheapest place. This might not be the biggest place, but I believe for where we're at, 1 block off the beach, our price, everything included, no security deposit, no long-term contract, I believe that I have one of the best deals, if not the best deal, in Da Nang, Vietnam. 480 bucks. Doesn't matter how much electricity or water I use, that's all included. Internet is included, everything. So for me, I think I get a steal. Like, we went downstairs and we looked at 1 bedrooms possibly to move out, and they want basically almost the same for a 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom here. So I feel pretty good about this deal. I would like to get it down a little lower, and I am kind of willing to sign. Now I'm kind of willing to sign a 6-month contract if my landlord would drop it down a little bit more, because we've been with her for so long. She's been very good, no problem. She takes care of all the issues. So for me, I love this place. It's hard for me to leave. I have the patio, I have the 2 bedrooms. Me and Fluffy each have our own bathroom. We have a kitchen. There's everything that we need. Location, price, everything. So for me, I really like this place. If you guys are interested in this place, I gave you guys the advice on how to find this place, or at least how to negotiate. Once again, I really appreciate you watching this far into the video. Once again, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. We are very, very close to getting to 10,000 subscribers. If we hit 10,000 subscribers, I am gonna ride a scooter. So I have made that promise to you guys. We are inching one step closer and closer. So once again, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and happy travels.